4 Shonen Jump manga might get canceled on this huge episode of Whatever News.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Shonen Jump is scrambling right now, and what I mean by that is, y'all know I've been reporting that 2 of the newbies that came out recently in Shonen Jump, Ayashimon and Dororan, is not doing too well. Like, they're in the bottom of the TOC. The manga sales came out, Doran flopped harder than ever. Ayashimon, it did okay. And then I'm getting these reports, because remember we also talked about that Shonen Jump for the first time in like ages, if not ever, switched up their survey to ask questions about what fans feel like about volume sales, which I don't know if that stuck. I think they ended up going back. I'm not sure. But then they put out a report that Ayashimon Volume 1 has gotten a second new reprint, which means it's selling so well we had to reprint it, right? Like, so that makes me think like, hey, it's doing pretty good. On top of that, P, the music manga, the one about like the piano dude, and Ayashimon are respectively the 18th and 23rd best-selling Volume 1s in Japan 2022 for the first quarter from January to March. So like, they're even in the top 30 newbies, which for Shonen Jump and Shueisha, they probably don't even like that. Like, if you're not in the top 10, what are you doing? You're a Shueisha title is probably how they're looking at it. And then it brings me back to this series, Hungry Joker. This was the series that the creator of Black Clover was doing before he did Black Clover. It ultimately got canceled after 24 chapters, but I was heavily invested in this series, and I really looked into every possible announcement, every blurb about this series, and I remember they gave me false hope 10 years ago now when they said that Hungry Joker Volume 1 is a raving smash, critics are loving it, and they got a reprint and everything, and I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna survive, and then we got canceled. So I'm not gonna put too much stock into their press releases and the smoke and mirrors that they try to blow up us, but ultimately I am going to say that I wouldn't be surprised, because I'm even hearing from people like Shonen Saito, where he's saying that from the pacing wise, because I kind of fell behind on both of them, they both feel like they're going to end. And then there was also a third serialization, the author of Koisuru One Piece, Shugomaru, I think it was called, and that one is doing poorly as well. We might get, within the next month or two, 4 canceling. I'm telling you right now, here, let's name this segment right now. 4 Shonen Jump manga might get canceled within the next couple of weeks to months, because if Shugomaru is an absolute flop, Dororan sales are very bad, and Ayashimon sales are like mediocre, but based on the pacing, it almost seems like they're rushing to end that one as well. They might say, screw it, they're out of here. Get them out of here. And that kind of blows my freaking mind. Like, dog, yo, y'all gotta, what? Shonen Saito said Ayakashi Triangle has been moved to Jump Plus, which I forgot about that. Now that they moved Ayakashi Triangle, another big title, that's 4 manga. Both Ayashimon and Doran are giving clear signals that they're moving too fast in order to wrap stuff up. Shugomaru is Shugomaru. It's a flop off the rip. And could we be getting a new batch of 4 new manga soon? Probably. So I take that back. 3 cancellations. 3 manga might be getting canceled and 4 might be coming in. Imagine being a Naruto fan in 2022 and having great news. Really excited to talk about it. And I know if you're a Naruto fan, you're probably like, okay, Fenev, what is it? What's going on here? What's happening? Because I'm being very clear when I say Naruto fan and not Boruto fan, because, well, technically it could still be Boruto, so let me not completely eat my words, because word through the grapevine, and when I say grapevine, I want to be very clear, because this is coming from a leak from an inside source that has been right about several things, so I'm going to stress that this is not official confirmation. This still goes in the rumor pile, although it's a strong rumor of like, yo, dog, if trust me, bro, I know is a thing that really you should listen to, this is kind of one, because a YouTuber that goes by the name Senju in Japan has broken a lot of different stories in the past about different games, and he's just been dead on right, way before official confirmations or anything, so this is why I say there's a lot of validity there, and it's a credible source, but you just never know. And also my homie PS360 HD2 vouched for it as well, so that's a lot more of a boost. Again, I'm not saying this is official, but it probably most likely is. Apparently Naruto Storm 5 is coming, and apparently from what has been told based off of this leak is that Naruto Storm 5 has been in production for a year, and automatically so many questions come to my mind because I'm like, wait a minute, isn't CyberConnect 2 the one that did Naruto Storm, and aren't CyberConnect 2 currently doing Demon Slayer? Like, didn't they just announce that they're releasing new DLC for Demon Slayer of Uzui and all the stuff from the Entertainment District arc? How the hell are they gonna do this? And my mind immediately makes me think that, yo, they're swapping and they're using similar materials, because if you've ever played Demon Slayer, then you know that that game, Hinokami Chronicles, is straight up like Storm. It's almost the same exact engine, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're using the same engine and developing like, hey, we'll create the characters and the models for this one here and for this one here, and of course, you know, they switch maybe the shading and stuff so it doesn't look straight up, but it's like essentially copying homework, but it's a company that is copying each other's homework. Because if all of this is true, then that would make me question, like, okay, are we going to get another Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles, or are they going to just support this one through DLC until the end of time? Because how do you do that? I mean, it would make sense, and I think financially it can be done way more efficient to just develop both of those games at the same time, because hey, you're literally just creating stage maps and stuff like that and the character designs, but it's all within the mechanics of that same engine that they use. I don't want to say it's the Unreal Engine. I forget what engine they use. I always hear Unreal. I'm pretty sure it's not Unreal. It's another engine, but the CyberConnect 2 engine. And the reason why I don't want to say Naruto Storm is because if it's going to continue and they're going to be adapting the stuff that's happened, then they got to go into Boruto, and the Naruto Storm 4 game with all the DLC they had entered into the Boruto Naruto the movie stuff, but technically that still was like within the realms of the Naruto IP, so they kind of got away with that. This one, you got to go straight in through Kara and everything, so it could very well just be called Boruto Naruto Storm, something like that, or it could be called Boruto to Naruto Storm, the 5th evolution, something there. Partially, I think that they're not going to want to go the Storm 5 route, and probably they might want to rebrand, because the whole point of Boruto to begin with has been, hey, we want a new audience, we're going a different direction, so calling it Naruto Storm 5 would almost feel like it's going against that very thing that it's been promoting from the get-go, that, hey, if you're a Naruto fan and want to join us, cool, but we're not really targeting you. So there's a lot of variables, but we do know that more than likely the next Naruto game that's going to come following Shinobi Strikers is probably going to be a Storm game, and oh my god, yes, if that's what the fans want, then please deliver. Now, if this information turns out to be wrong again, y'all know who to attack. No, I'm just playing. Don't attack nobody. Honestly, I believe that this is going to be facts. I believe that these two gentlemen, like, first of all, PS3, that's my guy. Also, the other gentleman has been right about a lot of things in the past, so we gotta wait and see, but more than likely, Naruto Storm 5, based off this leak, is going to come. We're going to get a Naruto Storm game again, and oh my gosh, I am so happy, because Naruto Storm games, like, they did a lot for me. Like, back in the day, I remember I stopped playing video games, and it was Naruto Storm 2 that got me back into gaming in general. Like, I wanted nothing to do with gaming, and I played Naruto Storm 2, and I'm a gamer again, partially. Yay! But how do you guys feel about that one? Do you think that another Naruto Storm is going to be successful? Is it needed? Do you want it? Are you gonna pick it up? Should it be called Naruto Storm 5 or Boruto Storm or Boruto to Naruto Next Generation Storm? That's a lot. How about just Boruto Storm? Fine. Because keeping it real, playing all the stuff that we watched in the anime in 2021 in that engine, it just sounds like so much fun. And the boss battles, almost as much fun as getting a new trailer like we just got for the Demon Slayer anime, and it kind of blew my mind because I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, Demon Slayer's anime just wrapped up, like, what was it, last month or something, a few weeks ago? Like, it hasn't been that long, but they already got a little bit of a teaser for the upcoming Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc, and I wouldn't be surprised. The reason they're doing that is probably they broke up production. They probably, when they decided to make that season of Demon Slayer Season 2, for starters, you could see that they were thinking in more of a business standpoint, because they gave us 7 recap episodes of a film, right? I believe it was the first 7 that was the Mugen Train movie, so that was automatically a money play, and then the remaining episodes was like, some of them were longer, and I give them credit for, at the very least, not completely cheating us out of an experience. There was some long, you know, back-to-back, like 40-minute episodes and stuff, but it still felt like, ooh, man, I would have loved 24 brand new episodes. Screw the Mugen Train stuff. And what probably happened was they were like, yo, we could kind of break up production, like make this excuse to still kind of extend it, and at the same time, we could already be on our way to the next season with the Swordsmith Village arc. Because over the weekend, we got a new trailer for the upcoming Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc, and it says here, Demon Slayer anime Swordsmith Village arc previewed in video. The Kimetsu no Utage Yukaku Hen event for the Demon Slayer anime revealed a new promotional video on Saturday for the anime's upcoming Swordsmith Village arc. Kachanagi Nakaji no Sato Hen television anime. The official Demon Slayer USA Twitter said, get ready to embark on a new mission within the Swordsmith Village in this brand new trailer from Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba's Swordsmith Village arc. Director Haruo Sotozaki, character designer and chief animation director Akira Matsushima, the animation studio Ufotable, and the main cast are all returning for the new arc. And Ufotable better return for every arc. I mean, would you watch Demon Slayer if it was to like get moved different studios? Like for example, if Toei was to pick up Demon Slayer or Studio Pierrot, would you continue watching it? I bet a lot of people will probably answer no to that, and they probably in the long run still would, and will probably all complain about how good it used to be. And based off the trailer, it looks like they have a few pieces of animation. Like majority of it of this trailer supposedly was basically like reused footage, but I believe towards the end there was a little bit, and I'm just ready for more. I'm not gonna lie, you gotta think about it for a second. We're in a different era, a different time in terms of anime manga fandom, because yo, the biggest series right now in the world that constantly goes crazy with sales, yeah, One Piece is big and all that. I'm talking about Demon Slayer right now, okay? Y'all know what I'm saying. Like, it would still be #1 if it was continuing on. Its manga ended now 2 years ago, and its anime is still about maybe halfway over, which is a stark contrast to everything the past has told us about shonen manga and their adaptations, and pretty much that the manga needs to be ongoing, and how back in the day, majority of the anime didn't even have the finished ending from the manga because they wouldn't go for a season 2 or 3 or anything like that. So we're in very different times, and it looks like hopefully we're not going to have too much of a drought between that and the next season of Demon Slayer. I wouldn't be mad if they did 12 every year, to be honest with you, as long as they're upfront about it, as long as they don't be like, yo, we're gonna do, you know, whatever, and then 7 recap episodes and 11 episodes with a few of them being extended big episodes. And but don't get me wrong, shout outs to all those animators and everybody putting in their hard work at Ufotable. And yeah, the Swordsmith Village arc might not be far off if we're getting another trailer, even though it was a small teaser, but if we're getting another trailer here in April 2022, we could probably see it at the top, or maybe spring of next year, which sounds like a long ways off, but for a production like Demon Slayer, I don't even think a year away. That might be too much. It might be maybe top of 2023, which again, not far off, 9 months away. And just like Chainsaw Man fans are about to be eating, because yeah, we got more confirmation, which it was months ago, and a lot of people attacked me, and I remember what happened. I remember how people was doing me. There was a little bit of a false rumor that went around that Chainsaw Man was confirmed for fall 2022. I went and I was like, yo, no, hey, it looks like this is legit or whatever. Maybe I should have done a little more due diligence keeping it a buck, but nevertheless, I put out the video, and then people was like, ha ha ha, that's why you got tricked. You congratulations, you're the one that pushed the misinformation, and you got me on a mistake. Like, what good would it do me to try and push misinformation out there? Do I have any ties to any of these companies? Am I gonna benefit from saying, hey, yeah, Chainsaw Man is gonna come out in fall instead of like it coming out in winter or something? Like, I get nothing from that. But either way, the good news here is that we now have seemingly confirmation that the TV anime Chainsaw Man will be hitting broadcast fall 2022. And I'm gonna tell you like this, because the anime and manga landscape, I'm starting to notice a change, and I want to see if you guys see what I mean, that we're almost looking at it from a music business standpoint now. And what I mean by that is we're starting to have quarterly big releases and whatnot with the anime, in terms of like they save all the big guns for this time of year. It's starting to look like that. Like, have you noticed that like the end of last year, for example, it was like, yo, we got JoJo's, we got Attack on Titan, like so many big things. Like, it's almost as if like now, like how music artists will be like, yo, 4th quarter of the year, you got Drake coming, you got the big dog coming, Lil Baby's coming and stuff like that. Like, they try to do things like that now with the anime. So now Chainsaw Man is going to come in 2022 by fall. I believe Bleach is supposed to come around there as well. I forget, it's been a little bit, but Bleach is coming out. Like, we got a lot of big heavy hitters that are going to be coming around the same time. It's as if they're going to flood the market, because right now, just keeping it real, since Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan's anime has ended, it's not completely dry. I feel like One Piece, the manga, has been holding down the manga scene in terms of like the mainstream and trending and all that stuff. For the most part, One Piece, on a positive note anyway, has been holding it down. Anime side of things, it's been a little bit dry. Some of the seasonal stuff has been like Spy Family. People are talking about it, but is Spy Family really going to be the thing that drives everyone like an Attack on Titan or an action series in general? It doesn't have the action that is going to get those mainstream people in. I think the family aspects could give and provide a different experience altogether, but it's not going to give that same bang for your buck like Jujutsu Chainsaw thingy-majig. And speaking of Bleach, I got a little piece of trivia for you guys. Shout outs to the person that provided it, Bleach Scans, over on Twitter. Apparently the creator of Bleach revealed something, and I'm not sure exactly when he released this. This could have been a bit ago, but according to this, I found it to be very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Bleach creator Tite Kubo revealed that Cygnus Hyoga from the classic manga Saint Seiya is one of his favorite protagonists protagonist from a weekly Shonen Jump series, pretty much of all time, I'm guessing. And Kubo has talked openly his love for Saint Seiya, also called Knights of the Zodiac, and its inspiration on him for years. So Saint Seiya was a big inspiration, which I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't feel that way if you watch Bleach. I mean, I guess maybe the structure, like Bleach has that classic, hey, 1v1, 1v1, 1v1 structure like back in the days with Saint Seiya, so I could see that inspiration there. But in terms of dog, if you look at like Bleach and Saint Seiya, Bleach is like dark as hell. Oftentimes, some people might describe it like, god damn, it feels a little emo with that soundtrack. I love it personally, and I'm not saying emo in terms of a derogatory or negative thing. I think it looks sick. But you compare that to Saints Never Die, Dakushimeta, Koko no Kosumo. Like, yeah, that's not hitting the same as Hiyama Hikarita no Serene. Yeah, I stopped before I started scrambling all over the words. But yeah, that's so random. I don't see it at all. Like, I really don't. Aside from the 1v1 structure, like, I guess, like, Soul Reapers never die. Although they do, because if you watch the 1,000-Year Blood War, when it comes, you're gonna see bodies is gonna hit the floor. Or souls, I guess. And speaking of souls, there's Wandering Souls out there, kind of like the main character of To Your Eternity, a freaking amazing series. And we got a little bit of an update on season 2 already. To Your Eternity TV Anime's new teaser trailer reveals staff studio change for season 2. Whoa! I've been holding on to this article for a little bit, kind of trying to squeeze it where it fits in an episode of Forever News, and I just looked at this and I'm like, studio change! Before we completely go batshit crazy and say it's doom and gloom, let's read more, see, well, which studio? The story of the immortal boy Fushi continues later this year, and to get another taste of what's to come in the second season of the To Your Eternity TV anime, which will continue to adapt Yoshitoki Oima's A Silent Voice fantasy manga of the same name, the series released a new teaser trailer alongside revealing that the director of the anime has changed alongside a move to another anime studio. Kyoko Sayama, who is best known for directing Skip Beat and Brave 10, will be taking over as the director to Your Eternity from season 1 director Masahiko Murata. The rest of the staff are returning from the first season. The second season will now be produced at Studio Drive, which takes over production capacity from Brain's Base. And I ain't even gonna lie, I think that this is going to be a massive disaster. I've never even heard of Drive like that, and maybe I'm off and maybe they've done some big stuff, but anytime a series switches studios, it's disaster. I'm not. Man, To Your Eternity has some really beautiful stuff. Some of those transformations look gorgeous, and I'm sure they blew through budgets that whoever put up to make this anime, I guess Brainbase put up, and ay, Maria, I don't want to be the doom and gloom police, but as a matter of fact, it might make it that I might enjoy it more if I go into it saying that it's probably going to be a disaster. Prove me wrong, even a smidge, and maybe we can talk. I mean, come on, Seven Deadly Sins was like the worst freaking thing ever when they switched studios, and, you know, some people still to this day complained about the Attack on Titan anime switch, even though I would argue that's one of the best cases of a studio taking over and the anime not diving in quality. And something that I want to do from time to time, some very small stories that I just wanted to slip through this episode. Yo, Blade of the Immortal has a sequel? Like, I was just scrolling through and I saw from Manga Moguro Re, Blade of the Immortal sequel, Mugen no Junin, Bakumatsu no Sho, Volume 6 by Renji Takigawa and Ryu Suenobu. And I'm like, Volume 6? When did Volume 1 when did the announcement come out? Like, a Blade of the Immortals? Yo, Blade of the Immortal is fire. I got like, I don't know how many volumes somewhere around there, dog. Manji, I'm not a big fan of any of really the anime adaptations. Like the newest anime adaptation, I think it was like 2019. It felt very stiff. The animation felt extremely stiff. The art was gorgeous, but the animation was stiffer than my grandma's elbows. And then the other freaking thing with the previous anime before that, I forget, but people just slandered the crap out of it. And honestly, I never even really gave it a try. I've just heard it's a terrible anime. But the manga is up there. The manga's up there with the best of them. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm still like, Blade of the Immortal sequel, Mugen no Junin Bakumatsu no Sho. What? Likewise with this interesting news that detective mystery series Kendaichi Shonen no Jikenbo, aka the Kendaichi Case Files by Amagi Semaru Satofumiya, has 100 million copies in circulation worldwide from 12 countries in total for the whole series, including various spin-offs and sequels. That is big. Anytime you hit the 100 mil, that is big. So shout outs to those dudes that did Kendaichi. And all jokes, I'm not even saying this just like I'm on Forever News. I gotta tell you guys, like, I stay away from a series like Kindaichi because it sounds somewhat like Detective Conan, and I can see myself getting very addicted to Kindaichi, and that means you guys is gonna get a lot less attention. I see that's like a series that I could tell that I'd probably fall in love with, and I would watch every single freaking episode and read everything that I can. And no, responsibility no allows such things, lad. And another little mini story is that Golden Kamuy by Satoru Noda is getting a live action movie adaptation, and I think this would be one that I would actually try because Golden Kamuy, it'd be interesting to see how they handle it. I don't know, I like Golden Kamuy. I have a little soft spot for it. I had a little nice time when I watched the first season back in the day, and they're doing a live action. It could be alright. I don't want to be completely pessimistic about it, but you just never know. Either way, still big news for the series. Shout outs to them. I'm sure the creator loves getting a little bag for something like that. Just like the creator of Marshall is probably loving his popularity because Marshall been, you know what I'm saying, doing some things, but also this popularity poll, Marshall's first character popularity poll, has received 65,699, really on some 666 shit, alright? And the top 6 votes. Was it the unofficial Weekly Shonen Jump account that decided, yo, we're gonna do all this 6 shit? Like, what we doing here, dog? Where we at with it? Number 6, Finn with 3,500 votes. 5, Rain with 5,035. 4, Dot with 5.1. So he beat out by like, what, $1.50, Rain. Lance at number 3, 68. Caldo at number 2, 78.92. And then Mosh at the top. Clearly, it gotta be Mosh at the top. That's crazy. There's no, is it Lemon? I forget what's her name. The main girl of the series, which they really haven't developed much for her from where I'm at. I'm at like after the Orochimaru invades the Leaf arc. What a cool little list. Again, Marshall's Rising. Once that anime pops up, I can't wait to see all the Marshall videos. Like, y'all know it's coming, right? Y'all know all the Marshall discussions, deep dives, analysis, all of it is coming once that anime pops. However, in order to get an anime that pops, first you gotta get a manga going. And we got the top 50 best-selling manga right here, starting at number 50 of Spy Family Volume 1, coming in at number 50, 14,000. So yeah, Spy Family fans are being created via that anime. That's really interesting to see. We got Blue Lock at 48 with another 14. Dope. One Piece, interesting, volume 46, that's been out, okay, a little over a month now. 16,237. Definitely just, you know, it's what it is. It's a decline, but, you know, One Piece is still the GOAT. Tokyo Revengers volume 26, 17,499. Almost a mil. Will it hit a mil? Ooh, it could or could not before it leaves. It's starting to drop out. They need to do something quick, get that to 1 million. Then we got the Slime series with 18,976, 437. Then that Spy Family Volume 1 through 3 box set that did 19,000, which again, that is so smart to do a box set like that too, because this is a family anime. So if you're putting the first 3 volumes in this box set, it's just, it's a win. It's a really dope little gift for a family or anything like that. Like, I can see Spy Family being big around Christmas time. People loving like different Spy Family gifts because it's family. Sousou no Frieren Volume 7 at number 40, 19,000. Whole bunch more Spy Families, Volume 6, 7, 5 at 35, 34, 33, all doing about 21, 22,000. Then places 30 through 21, again, more Spy Family. Kaiju number 8, volume 6, hanging in there, 24,000. Close to 600,000, 3,000 away. Dope. Witch Watch volume 5, okay, 7 days. So here, let's take a look, right? This is volume 5, so this is, let's just say they're around like, what, 30 something chapters, maybe. They probably already hit that year's worth mark of chapters, hypothetically speaking, about 50 some chapters, let's just say, because there's unreleased chapters that haven't been put in volume form yet. 30,000 for a series that's actually pretty good. I could see maybe Witch Watch could last because it's doing okay. Then we got Shimatsu no Valkyrie, that Record of Ragnarok, that anime ain't stop shit. Even though people were hating on the anime, almost 30,000, 271,000 total. Then we got places 20 through 11. Again, more Spy Family. Sheesh. Yoa Mushi Pedal, my god. I still always be like, volume 77, how? How? The Elusive Samurai volume 5, again, a newbie. See, here's the difference, right? Witch Watch and Elusive Samurai, both on volume 5. Witch Watch at volume 5, 29,000 sales. The Elusive Samurai volume 5, 50,000 sales. So expect the Elusive Samurai to stick around. That's going to be one. I don't know if it's going to be big. It's from the Creative Assassination Classroom, but it's doing big. And then we got the top 10 right here. Oh, what the crazy, isn't that Ultimate Muscle, Hulk Hogan's favorite manga? Moriarty the Patriot, that's dope, volume 17. I believe the anime dropped a season or 2 ago, 63,000. I think the anime helped it. Then we got Jujutsu Kaisen, so we got volume 19's limited edition, so just the bonus edition of the latest Jujutsu Kaisen did 63,000, because now we got the full sales, the full 7 days, 133,000 total. Black Clover, volume 32, 2, in a full 7 days, 105,000. Even though it's not the craziest, and it never was the craziest, there's still respectable sales. You're still hitting 6 figures, 32 volumes in, and a whole lot of hate on top of it from people that probably would have been into Black Clover if they weren't exposed to all of its predecessors. Because that's one of the main criticisms, you know, it copies this, it's like that, and Black Clover's just dope, man. Shoutouts. I'm happy to see Tabata in 7 days doing 6 figures. Dope stuff. Dragon Ball Super Volume 18, 141. Dragon Ball Super's sales been going up a lot. They know what they're doing. They know bringing in Bardock, they knew what they were doing. Big sales, big money with Bardock. Takopi's original manga, I mean... Takopi's Original Sin, and I don't know why I always cover it. The joke is over. This is the last time I'm covering it. It looks like now a blonde Aladdin. Okay, no, Scheherazade, 190, wow, 200,000 on volume 2. Why it says final? Is that the final volume? Was it a short? Okay, whatever. A Spy Family volume 9. Could that be the latest one? Yes, I believe it is. 7 days, 606,000. Yo, clap it up, man. You gotta salute. Not only the Spy Family, it was already doing 700, 800 on first week without an anime. It's still volume 9 in with the anime bringing it back up after like that initial manga hype died down. Like, salute. Then we got the top 2 dogs, One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen. One Piece, 1,050,000. Jujutsu Kaisen, 1,093,000. That's crazy. Is this the first time? I wonder when's the last time this happened. I want to argue right now that this is the first time in a very long time that One Piece has not come in first place with a volume debuting, and that's that they even removed the limited edition sales, because if you added the limited edition sales, that would easily equal like 1.17 mil or something, so that's excluding the limited edition, and by 33,000 they allowed that to happen. I'm gonna just keep it real. They allowed that to happen because I think Shonen Jump has already accepted, and I think Oda already has a plan, an exit strategy, so to speak, for One Piece to end, and that's for a different video altogether, but I do think there's an exit strategy for One Piece, and stuff like this is a prime example that they allow that to happen. They could easily ship more books of One Piece, which would equate to more sales because it will be available more places. They allowed this to happen, and this speaks volumes. And holy cow, no pun intended, by the way, holy cow, Jujutsu Kaisen beat One Piece, and this might be the first time in a while, unless I'm misremembering it. It might have happened last month, I don't know, but it almost has never happened in the history of me recording this. A One Piece volume debuting number 2, and that's oh my god, I know why they did this. Holy shit. Say whatever, it's conspiracies, I don't give a shit. I know I'm right. One Piece, they never do this, but last week for some reason they did those early sales, and I think One Piece came in number 1 with the early sales, so it tricks the people that really ain't looking too into this, that One Piece with its latest volume came in number 1, when in actuality, when the full sales came in, Jujutsu Kaisen, that's why they did that. I was like, yo, why would they do that? Why would they put in, you know what I'm saying, like these early sales? It happens once in the blue, but not often. And then when I saw that, and they tried to juke it, that was their best shot. I commend you. He tried. Good stuff. And the average person is gonna not believe me, and that's fine, but that's what happened, okay? But I ain't gonna lie, don't get me wrong, I like me some new manga from time to time. Like, for example, the Black Lagoon manga that recently got an announcement of a spin-off series. We got a little more info and some really exciting info. If you're a fan of Black Lagoon, this might be the manga that you want to continue in terms of the spin-off, because we know the author takes a lot of hiatuses with Black Lagoon. And again, I'm not sure if this is done by the same author, though. Ooh. The new Black Lagoon spin-off manga series focused on the character Ada during her CIA beginnings, titled Ada Initial Stage by Yamamura Hajime, Kami-sama Dolls, and Rei Hiroe is on the cover of the upcoming Sunday GX, and it looks absolutely fire. And just being able to say Black Lagoon spin-off is mighty fuego, my lord. Like, honestly, the Black Lagoon series, I've been waiting so long for more of the anime. Like, I watched the original anime, I watched Roberta's Blood Trail. I really love Black Lagoon. It's one of the most down-to-earth reality action things. It almost feels like it could have been like a 90s action flick or a 90s action TV series or something. Like, I don't understand why they've never tried to do a live-action version of Black Lagoon. Like, hands down, if you fuck up a TV live-action Black Lagoon, just get out of the business already. There's no way you can mess up a TV version of Black Lagoon. I can only imagine how the author would feel. And maybe that's why the author doesn't give them the rights, or maybe that's why we don't got a live action. Maybe the author feels like, yo, dog, what? You ain't messing up nothing over here, fam. Like, yeah. But speaking of authors, let's talk about the weekly Shonen Magazine author comments. Because for starters, we got Ken Wakui, author of Tokyo Revengers. And he said, I went to see the Tokyo Revengers stage play. I was moved by how hot-blooded it was. And oh my god, that must have been so freaking cool. Like, Tokyo Revengers is already a dope manga, a dope anime, live action. That's another one that you could pull off fairly easy if you get it right. Then we got Kei Urana, author of Gachiakuta, which in case you didn't know, I made a video first impression, which you see right here. Link will be in the description below. Go watch it. But Kei Urana said, my workplace is brown. Okay. Brown pride. Eden Zero, Hiromashima, Fairy Tail author, all of that good stuff. I was able to provide a certain interviewer who's a huge Mashima manga fan plenty of material during an interview. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm salty that interviewer is not me, and I'm very, very disappointed. Like, oh my god, Hiromashima, dog, I give you your flowers around here, man. Why can't we I'll pay for the interpreter, dog. Come on, come holla at your boy. Let me get that Hiromashima scoop. I want to know about Rave. I want to know about Fairy Tail. I want to know how you dealt with the hate. I want to know how you feel about the love. I want to know your aspirations. I want to know all of that good stuff. Come do an interview with your boy, because I know I often talk about interviews and I haven't really done many. I'm gearing up for it. You're gonna see, like, there's a lot of changes coming. Please bear with it. I know there's been a lot of changes to Forever News. I guess quickly for the real ones that stick around all the way to this point, there's been a lot of changes coming to Forever News. I got some really cool stuff coming for you. You just gotta wait and see, I guess. Because I'm trying to evolve, trying to get it right, trying to make the best show possible for you guys, and also survive on the YouTube algorithms. Then we got Negi Haruba, author of Ranger Reject. I'm proud to report I have resumed going out for late night ramen. That's fire. I would love to go out for some late night ramen. Nakaba Suzuki, author of Four Nights of the Apocalypse, Seven Deadly Sins. I read this one already, and I want every person that reads the weekly Shonen Magazine author comments and knows what I'm about to say right now, or just, as a matter of fact, I don't want to put any thought. Just tell me what you think about what he says right here, and if there was any influence for him to say this. I like drinking, but not being drunk. It's this attitude that makes it hard to enjoy booze, and he's saying that basically for people that are accusing him of enjoying being drunk, and basically it sounds like he's snapping at people that criticize his alcohol consumption or the fact that he enjoys getting drunk. And hey, now on a serious note though, like, he does reference it constantly, and even if it's a cultural difference, like, yeah, they drink, so what? Addiction doesn't, like, there's cultural boundaries of, like, addiction. Like, addiction's like, oh no, there's culture over there, I can't go over there. Like, do anybody stop to think sometimes? Like, sometimes they really be like, yo, trying to reach, like, no, it's just culture. Like, no, addiction doesn't stop because there's a different culture over there. If he's a drunk, if he's an addict, yeah. Japanese culture isn't going to stop addiction from coming through to this man's body, or stop George Morikawa from pumping iron in the gym, because the author of Hajime no Ippo had to say, it was my intention to draw a cute critter like a squirrel, whatever that means. And yeah. But unfortunately, we've reached the end of the episode. Curious what you guys think. Most important story, favorite story, anything that I didn't talk about that you like, yo, Fineb, please talk about it. Let me know. That's all I have for this one. I'm Fineb World, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy! Have an awesome day. Peace, and you guys just watched another episode of Forever News! Quickly coming here to tell you that 65% of people watching this aren't subscribed right now. Please do so and hit that bell. And my hat almost fell off my head. Like, hurry. The hat's gonna fall if you don't hit. It's falling now!